I'm David James, Unit Manager of Hilsden House and the Night Floats. I do have a house mom in the place in Hilsden House. Sandra Drayton is our house mom. We have a little bit different staffing than a lot of the other units will, just because we are a smaller unit. We have kind of a two staff model as opposed to a 3-staff model that most places have, and that's because we have 6 youth. We do have a smaller house as well, just because we try to make it a bit homier for our kids. We typically deal with an age range as opposed to a behavior sort of thing. We deal with 8 to 12-year-olds. So we see a lot of different things coming in. Most of our kids coming in do have, because they are younger and get into the ranch when they're that young, there's significant trauma, some kind of brain-based something going on sort of thing, and things like that. So very vulnerable, sometimes abused youth, unfortunately. It was about 9 years ago. And it just started because there was a need identified that we are getting younger youth into the programs, and we need to have a place where they are going to be able to be a bit more vulnerable around each other and learn social skills and things like that, as opposed to maybe being in a bigger group home where you've got an 8-year-old with a 16-year-old, and then also you have to start worrying about bullying or other things, or those older youth's behaviors are maybe more, so the kids' behaviors are kind of swept under the rug a bit. So we wanted to really look at how can we address that and this clientele need, and that's where it kind of came up from. I believe Malcolm Neal started this program. Average duration for stay for us is, quite honestly, 12 to 24 months, normally around the 18 mark. Just because we do get a lot of kids that are directly intaked to our program. We do get some from the intake programs, but normally they haven't been there that long. So lots of times they come here, it's about an 18-month stay before they're ready to move on. Sometimes longer. Obviously, if we have an 8-year-old, we don't transition them out to another group home until sometimes they're close to 12. Some do go home, but lots of times they don't. Well, Hilsden House looks at giving just unique life growing experiences to youth at a younger range. We focus on fun and being little kids.